VIP. On the street, on the air. On Kaya 959.
18 minutes to 7 o'clock. You're listening to Kaya Biz here on Kaya 959. Well, time to shift gears now and talk about the sugar industry, right? An organization often referred to as the Sugar Canegrowers Association says that it's been following through on some key targets in terms of the 1 billion rand transformation fund disbursement goal. To help us unpack more about this, we're joined by the chairperson of the SA Canegrowers Association, Andrew Russell. Mr. Russell, great to have you with us on the show.
Yes, good evening. Thank you.
Fantastic. I guess first things first, let's start off with some context around the transformation fund, the 1 billion rand that's been allocated, and where this actually stems from. Is this just part of ensuring that we comply with the BE codes?
No, it goes beyond that. The sugar industry relies heavily on an enabling environment created by government, and part of their commitment is the capacity for to commit the progressive transformation. And starting in 2019, we committed to spend
Andrew, I'll tell
1
you
billion
what,
rand.
the line is not too kind to us today, so we're just going to try to re-establish that line to make sure that we can hear you clearly. But that was Andrew Russell. We're going to continue speaking to him in just a moment. Chairperson of the South African Cane Growers Association, essentially helping us unpack some progress that's been made where the sugar industry has met its objective of investing more than 1 billion rand in transformation funding over 5 years. And as you heard, Andrew giving us some context there about how this fund was established, essentially in partnership with the government and key private sector participants. And as he was highlighting, this is a funding that's been allocated primarily to small-scale farmers, many of whom are from previously disadvantaged black backgrounds or black South Africans. Andrew, we've got you back on the line now. I'm hoping that it's slightly clearer, but happy for you to commence where you left off.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm sorry for that. So the sugar industry committed to spend 1 billion rand over 5 years in 2019, and we followed through with that commitment. The money is used to support and sustain small-scale and medium-scale black farmers, but it also goes towards training. It goes towards development of youth initiatives, as well as encouraging females to be involved, women to be involved in our sugarcane value chain.
I'm glad you mentioned this because it obviously speaks to a heightened level of skills development, capital that's allocated for access to markets, and forms part, from what I understand, of a significant master plan in order to sustainably transform the sugarcane industry. Give us some more insight on the kind of businesses you've been able to capacitate in terms of the scale, growth, and sustainability that they're trying to derive.
Yeah, so we have 21,000 small-scale farmers that deliver sugarcane to 12 sugar mills in KwaZulu-Natal and in Mpumalanga. And because of their small scale, their profitability is very limited. And so the money that's been allocated to them goes towards making sure that they get a premium price for their sugarcane. It goes towards with their transport costs, as well as input costs. We, as like all farmers, suffered badly during the COVID pandemic and the disruption of supply chains. The cost of inputs of chemicals and has skyrocketed. And so that's the type of initiative that this money goes towards. As you said, it also goes towards skill development in terms of being able to farm effectively and sustainably, and other business skills are needed in order to be the farmer.
Gotcha.
So that's very funds have gone, but it is also gone towards youth development. We have an internship program where we take graduates and expose them to various parts of the sugar industry. It goes towards initiatives to encourage and enable women to contribute to the value chain within sugarcane growing.
100%. Andrew, the line is still a bit tricky, but I want to ask you just one more critical question, especially with regard to the sustainability of this transformation fund. And I ask this because we're well aware of the challenges that Tongaat Hewlett has been facing, now having been bought and the business rescue plan being approved just a few weeks ago. But I'm keen to understand if this does potentially, plug the gaps and the shortfalls that we've been seeing, given the challenges at Tongaat.
Yeah, certainly. As very precarious place and have been in a precarious place for some time. The fact that Tonga Hewlett and another milling group have gone into business rescue are an indication of that. This funding has been essential and a vital lifeline to small-scale growers to stay economically active and be part of the chain. We do intend to go forward with a similar type of initiative going forward. The details of that have not yet been agreed, but I'm quite confident that our commitment towards transformation is well established and is well entrenched and is likely to be continued.
100%. Always a pleasure speaking to you, Andrew, and really appreciate it in terms of the context you've given us. Hopefully next time, technology won't be so fickle, but really appreciate your time. That's Andrew Russell there, chairperson of the SA Canegrowers Association, who's giving us some insight into progress that's been made with the 1 billion rand transformation fund that's been distributed over the last 5 years, essentially to small-scale black farmers in South Africa within KZN and Mpumalanga. This is the transformation we need, but we need to ensure that it is sustainable. But share your thoughts on this one. 0636880959.
Kaya Talk.
Kaya Talk. How much more
On the street.
information does anybody need?